early in the morning, wherever you at. You know what time it is. Hit that like button, subscribe button, and all of that, man. Cash App, Soul Mirror 29, PayPal, Suicide Ace 29. We got Nicki Minaj versus Kevin Samuels, man. All right, let's see how this goes. All right, cool, cool, cool. Make sure you hit that like button, share the video, and subscribe, man. All right, let's go.
Let me tell you why I love the universe and I am a firm believer of the universe.
Okay.
Listen, I wanted to get on and talk to you for a very long time.
Is that right?
That's very right.
What we got?
So I want to know what you gotta. Let's have this real talk. Let's have this real talk. Because I know a lot of times when people will speak to you, it's like they trying to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like if you call somebody trying to be funny, yes, I feel if you call somebody trying to be funny, then don't be mad at what you get. If you call somebody that, and you're really trying to sincerely ask questions or get information or chat, then that's different. So I want to talk to you.
Okay. What are we talking?
Yep, Nikki is right. Goes on with a lot of people. You got Dr. Umar Johnson, you got Kevin Samuels, you got Tommy Sotomayor. You have a lot of people out here who don't like your message or don't like what you stand for. And when they get up there try to talk to you, they don't try to understand. They do not try to understand what's going on. They rather try to embarrass you instead of try to understand. Yep, Nikki is right. That's what's wrong with a lot of us, man. Instead of try to understand somebody, you don't particularly like their message or whatnot. Instead of try to understand them, you get up there and you try to embarrass them. You try to do all this extra weird ass. Get some highlight reels. I cussed them out. I got kicked off. Yeah, she's right about that.
Well, what do you rate me?
Is that what we're starting off with?
Yeah.
Do you think the men rate women?
No, I thought because isn't that what you do?
That's. What have you seen in my content? Have you just seen like the clips?
Yeah. I think I always see people calling you and you tell them you ain't no such and such. You lying to yourself. You ain't this.
What I typically don't do is I don't typically rate people. I ask if they rate themselves. I usually ask these questions.
So let's start it that way.
Yeah. How tall are you?
I'm 5'3".
Dress size?
My dress size? Bender Don said, my dress size. That's a good question. I guess a 4.
All right. And on a scale from 1 to 10, you can't use 7. What would you rank yourself? Fresh face out of the shower, just you.
Yeah.
That's how I always ask the question.
7.
Can't use 7. That's why 7 is the most common answer.
Really?
It's a default answer for most people because they don't want to go too high, they don't want to go too low.
Well, no, it ain't a default answer for me.
Well, let's see. I will give you a 9.
Nicki Minaj, you think you a 7, girl? Oh, everybody got their own rate. So that's one thing we have to recognize. When people rate themselves, we look at them in a different way than they see themselves. So I had quite a few beautiful female friends, and I would say, "Man, you so beautiful," and they'd be like, "Nah, I don't feel like it." You know what I'm saying? And you'd be like, "What? What you talking about?" But you got to remember, people do look at themselves differently than the outsiders. So you got a lot of beautiful females out there who feel that they're not beautiful because of somebody treating them bad, or maybe what they're going through, or maybe they just don't see it. So yeah, I can understand why Nicki Minaj say 7, man. You know, she got her, she view herself in her own way. All right, get hit that like button, man. 3 people hit the like button. Where y'all playing with your boy?
59 because you have the facial symmetry and you get additional points for eyes, full lips. See, it's not. I'm an actual image consultant. And I'm sure you deal with a lot of people who take your pictures and stuff and so forth. You have a symmetrical face. And so it's much more based upon facial symmetry. It's not based on European beauty standards or anything like that. It's much more based upon what babies, animals, human beings have evolved to find attractive.
Wow.
You get additional points because we have evolved to find more slanted eyes, some are attractive, especially when they're not on Asian.
Wow.
But that's not what gets translated. Most of the time, people take my clips and cut it down to something that's gonna make a viral moment. It's gonna start a conversation. Take the good with the bad. Have you seen anything?
Yeah, he right about that, man. That's what this is about. You find you find a wild moment and you post it. Yeah, that's definitely what social media has become. They don't post the whole clip, or they don't post, let's say, the right amount of the clip so you can understand the context of the clip. Yeah, people definitely do that. They take a certain amount so it can be a viral clip, and you probably don't understand the whole context of the clip. Yeah, he right about that. They definitely do that, man.
Anything else that I do?
I saw one time when you chucked this lady for, I guess it was a white lady or a Hispanic lady, and you was like, oh, you're not gonna come on this show and talk down on black women. That's what the fuck you're not gonna do.
Yeah.
And so again, that was a clip. I didn't see the context really, but
Well, I get a rap of hating black women, and it's far from that. I mean, there are over 50 black women who report that they've gotten married as a result of watching my content in the last year.
really,
It's on my Instagram. I actually had a young sister just post up saying, "Hey, as a result of you, I snatched the ring." I just actually posted a brother who was about to move to the Dominican Republic, and he found his wife in my Facebook group. Like 12 couples have gotten married in there, but that stuff doesn't get publicized. But when I'm talking about relationships, I'm talking about men and women. But because I'm black, I'm talking about us. And from time to time, I would bring stuff in, and then a lot of times sisters would say, well, men, when they get to a certain level, they only want white women or this or that. So I let women from other races come in. I'm like, okay, well, can you learn anything from them? What would you teach them? And the one woman came in and she thought she was going to do what I did to black women. I'm like, hold on, wait. Now, we can talk this way. Karen, you sit your ass down over there. Because I don't play that. I wouldn't let, despite popular opinion, I love my mother, I love my daughter, but we do have to have a family conversation. And what's starting to happen more is actually we're starting to have more conversations about this. It ain't comfortable, but we're starting to see progress.
well, let me ask you this just outright then. Why do successful black men date outside of their race?
Well, I would say this. When I look at men, I split them up. Guys that I consider to be in the industry, music, entertainment, athletics, and then guys on the business side. Business side, because I come from that side. But more often than not, black men want to be with black women. 85% of black men are married to black women.
Oh.
When I had my guys come to me, even after they got themselves together, like Dennis Furling, the guy who just moved, he found his black wife in my group. Black men we want to be with them. The problem is, let's be honest, in my lifetime, we weren't really raised to learn how to get along with one another. We can kick it, we can hook up, but can we work together long term? And you're married now, right? Okay, relationship is a skill set. It's different than dating in short term. We really want to talk that kind of stuff. And what successful people who are doing good in their professional life want to fail in their personal life. And in the Black community in particular, when we fail in our personal lives, we pay a huge penalty because so few of us get married. It's almost like we like to see people's marriages fall, but we need more of those things in order to build whatever we're going to be. Because
yeah, he right on that. Kevin Samuels is right on that. You don't have to agree with everything he says. I don't agree with everything, but yes, we all have our own mindset and see things a certain way. But he right about that. Marriage should be a thing that people want, but we're not taught. He's right. We don't grow up to get along like we supposed to, or look at marriage. And sometimes you do look at marriage, but then depending on your situation, you just trying to do a hookup thing. He right about that. He definitely right about that.
People may not like my method, but I want to see more Black men who want Black wives get with Black women. And that's the outcome we're getting. It ain't pretty, though. Sometimes it ain't pretty.
Can I say something? Real quick? Black women, can we stop talking about if these niggas want us or not? Excuse me, Kevin. This is not. I'm talking to Black women real quick. Can we stop posting all day on TikTok? Because I newly went to TikTok and I just kept seeing this. Black women, can we stop talking about if these successful Black men want us or not? Like, can we just focus on us and we be successful and then we go out there and we decide who the fuck we want? Because what I've been seeing is, I feel like I've been seeing men using that as an opportunity because they've been hurt and somebody done and they've been using it as a way to come out and lash out and poke fun at Black women and use it as a way to feel like they somebody or they something. Or so for all you niggas that's doing that on TikTok, wherever the fuck y'all at, eat a dick, go away. Nobody gives a shit about you. And I want Black women to stop fucking posting about whether or not y'all want Black women or not. Okay? Well, I want Black women just to focus on themselves, be successful, and then you go out there and you decide the trajectory of your life. Okay?
Well, here's the thing. There's a lot of hurt on both sides. And especially in the Black community, we don't really do a lot with counseling, therapy. I recommend therapy often because we got a lot of stuff individually that we want to deal with. And marriage and relationships are not for everybody. And I'm just trying to, ultimately I ask people, what do you want?
Yep, he's right about that. Marriage and relationships is not for everybody. I want y'all to understand that. It's not. Trust me. I really thought that too. But in my time in my life right now, man, I'm not with the games. I'm not with the bull crap. I'm not with none of that. You know what I'm saying? I don't got time for it. That's why I've been chilling for so long, because it's irritating. It's draining. I'm a person who take relationships seriously, and you got a lot of people out here, men and women, who don't. You see what I'm saying? So I don't got time for that no more, man. I don't got time to, let me try this. I can't do it. I ain't got time for it. Salute to the people who can keep getting in relationships over and over. Me, I can't do it. I can't. He right about that, though.
What do you want, and what are you prepared to do to get what you want? And are you willing to pay that cost? It's really the conversation, but it always gets kind of whittled down. But at the end of the day, what we are seeing is, especially if you're under 30, it's harder for guys today under 30 than it was from 50 years ago, because you can't take care of a family on out of high school or just coming out. So they're at the bottom. And I just had men's week, and I told guys, look, while you're under 30, work on getting yourself together, because like it or not, you're really not in a position like you should be to be able to work with, lead, do anything like that. And you see the hate, not the hate, but the hurt on both sides, because a lot of times people will use these talking points to go at and poke women over here, but that's not what's going on right now. This year, we're past the sound. I mean, we still laugh. We still, We still do all that stuff. We're talking about self-awareness, and moving the needle. I'm in LA tomorrow talking with a famous sexologist, a womanist, feminist, to talk about things that I may not, that people on my side may not understand, to further open the conversation up. Because that's what we have to get to. We got to end up, for whoever want to be involved with whoever, we got to end up having a better conversation, because while we're separate, fighting, everybody else just eats off of us. That's really what that looks like. So, but
okay, Kevin. Since we no, we got to get down to the business, chat.
Go ahead.
Now, do you think a man can have sex 3 times a night for the rest of his life?
Most guys can't.
They can't.
Not for the rest of his life, no.
Well, how many times they gonna be able to do it?
Depends how much he's working. Depends how much he's working. That's why I say it's different on.
But wait, listen, no. Listen, hold on. How many times should a man expect to have sex? What is, in your opinion, how many times should a woman give their man sex a week?
A week?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fan of the as often as he wants it.
No, hold on.
Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. You look at, like I said, I look at guys, most guys I'm talking to are working 10, 12-hour days. Bernie Mac said it, I'm going to come home and give you 50 strokes. You count them if you ain't got time. Most dudes trying to walk around like they porn stars. Look here, man. Get good at foreplay, eat some pussy, and get on. Because we don't have all that time. We get old, our back hurt, our hips out.
Oh, no.
When you get older, I think a healthy sex life 2 to 3 times a week is what most people are doing, because they got kids.
Yes, no, I understand.
But when you're single, no kids, whenever you want to.
Yeah. Well,
She's like, I don't know about that one.
no, I understand, because yes, things change when you have to be looking at your baby, and a lot of, I get it, I totally get it. But let me ask you something. Do men really want? Because I was having this discussion 2 days ago. Do men really want a woman to be all up under them? Oh, baby, hi, yeah, ooh, or do they just say they want that, and when they want that, and when they get it, they be like, because I feel like me being mean is what, yeah.
The late great Patrice O'Neal said it the best. We want you around, but not around. He made a comedy bit where he said, we want you in the house, kind of like around the corner in the vent somewhere. We kind of want you to be like a cat. You call a cat's name, hey, babe. Okay, you there, cool. We just want to know you in touching distance. That's really all we do, because we really.
And I feel like I'm like a man. I feel like I'm, a lot of people throughout my life would tell me that I'm like a man, because I remember people would tell me I shouldn't expect as a woman to have a climax every time I do it, right?
Why not?
Like Hilton. And I said, excuse me, are you out of your fucking mind? Why wouldn't I want to climax every time I have intercourse, just like you want to climax when you have intercourse? And I was accused of being like a man. Not in my, this is years ago. And I knew that wasn't going to work, child. Because it's not only about you.
Well,
Think about that.
Well, so when I go to LA, I'll be talking to sexologists. Shamu. There's a lot to men.
Yeah, that's true. I'm with her on that. You know what I'm saying? As I get older, you know what I mean. The meaningless sex, depending on who you are, you definitely don't want to. At some point, you want to get a fulfillment. That's what I'm at. I want my partner to get whoever it is. I want whoever I'm doing it with want to get fulfilled the same way I am. You know what I'm saying? That's just me though. Other people, they still like, I gotta get mine, you gotta get yours. You know what I'm saying? It's people who still do that. But after a while, depending on who you are, especially if you're in a relationship, If you're in a relationship, you should want your partner to get theirs as well as you get yours. I'm with Nicki on that, man. Like you should make sure your girl, but that's the problem. There's a lot of women in the world, man, who say they don't get off like that. They don't get the climax like that. And it's sad because dudes is just getting theirs and they not making sure they partner get theirs. You know what I'm saying? Even no matter if it's just a fling, whatever, it's a lot of women. That's why they turn it. That's why the toys are off the chain. This is why toys are a great necessity for women around the world because not just because they single, they don't want to be bothered, but it's a lot of women out there who getting off more with they toy than with they man. Like it's wild out here in the field.
Don't understand about sexuality. Most guys, you ask them what the Kama Sutra is, they don't know what it is. They don't know anything about tantric sex. They don't even know that. You couldn't even show them the anatomy of a vagina. They can understand parts. Just weren't taught. So, and if you know what you're doing, yes, you should have as much orgasm. You should. You're multi-orgasmic. You can have more than we can.
That's right.
So the point is that I think that was part of the purpose of going down and to have this conversation because women's sexuality is so misunderstood by men.
Mm.
So a lot of guys make comments about women and not knowing, and they make decisions based on women. And I say ultimately this: if you ain't getting married, what the fuck you care about a woman's body count and who she fucking? If you ain't gonna take ownership of it, and if it's yours, you need to learn what to do. Because
Well, if I was a man, I would still care about who a woman is fucking. Just
safety, as long as it's clean. I'm talking about. There are guys who worry about things. Here's the thing: there's ownership, and then there's dating. We do a lot to disqualify one another. And we got enough stuff already disqualifying us.
Oh, right. To put women down.
Yeah, I mean, or to discount men too. And I'm like, well, in the context of a relationship, it's different than people who are out here just hooking up. If you're gonna just be out here hooking up, you need to be. I would assume you would want to have a good sexual reputation. You want to be a dead layer or a weak fuck. That's not a good look.
No.
See, people are like, I'm so lost.
No, I'm not lost.
No, I'm talking about people in the
I want to put it on the person. I don't give a shit.
Well, yeah, I seen the videos. I heard, what were you talking about? The blood. What is a blood? What is that?
Blood clot?
I'm serious. I know. What is that?
No, it's just a term that my family, my Jamaican people who I love very much, it's just a curse word that they use. Like with a blood clot, I deal with pussy. You understand? So that.
All right, I've heard that before. I'm like, I don't know if it's a curse word or what. All right, cool. Well, good to be on here with you. You got any other questions? Because I got to get packed.
I finished talking to my people, but I want to tell you that I appreciate you joining me tonight.
Appreciate it.
And I don't want to, and to everybody that's wanting me to diss this gentleman or anything, I'm not going to do anything because I don't have proper information and I don't do shit to get attention or to get clicks or to do no clown shit. If I hear something and I understand the context and Kevin and I wants to talk, then we'll talk. But I'm not just here to diss nobody. So
Appreciate
Kevin,
it. If I say anything you don't like, feel free to talk about it.
I will.
Yes, you will.
Kevin, we don't.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'll see y'all next video. This was a good conversation back and forth. Just because you dislike somebody, you do not have to. Do not have to. Okay? Get up there and try to belittle them. And shout out to Mob Radio for posting this clip. I'm out of here. Peace.